Hi there, it's Susan Winter. For those of you who stumbled onto this page and this channel, welcome. I have a great group of people here. I'm a best-selling author and a relationship expert, and today I'm going to talk about the family doesn't approve. Now, this is under the blanket of it's an age difference, but those of you who are watching, please listen, it could be anything. It could just be that the family doesn't approve. So this applies to you too. And thank you, everybody. As you know, I ask you to send me your video requests so I can answer them here. And this is from Annie. And Annie writes, Dear Susan, first of all, thank you so much for your videos. I love all of them. You are an angel on earth sharing your knowledge with us. That's so sweet. I really like that. Thank you, Annie. I have a video request on the overarching topic of age difference. How should you react if your boyfriend or girlfriend's family are against the relationship because of the age difference? Greetings from Germany, Anni. Okay, Anni, danke. First of all, yeah, this is something I know a little bit about because for those of you who are new to me, finding me, my original book that came out in 2000 was called Older Women, Younger Men, New Options for Love and Romance. First time writer, and it became an international bestseller and was, in essence, the Bible for how to have a loving, committed relationship with somebody at least 10 years younger than yourself. Now, in the research, the majority of my couples were together for a minimum of 12 years. That was the age span, that was the time together in general, with a 16-year average age gap. So we're talking pretty big. And this was also at a time that everybody had to be anonymous because it was shameful. Yeah, believe me, they paid a heavy price, as did I, which brought me to writing the book. So I know a little bit about this because my partner's mother decided she wasn't having any part of it. And that was the position. So let me tell you how this is going to go. Firstly, and I've got some notes here to myself. One, does your partner back you up? Whatever the dispute, this is a conversation about age, okay? But is your partner standing by your side as a united couple? This is who I'm with. She's my partner. He's my partner. This is it. And I love this person. Because if they're not on your side, you are fighting a battle all on your own. And it's got to be a united front. The two of you together need to be very, very solid, especially when you have people on the outside who are against you. Age gap relationships, I don't know why they just tip people off. It's like, especially if you are the older woman. Yeah, you're 35 years older as the guy. It's a catch. Oh my goodness, he's successful, he's famous, or oh, lucky him, right? You're 7, 10, 12 years older. Oh my God, what's wrong with you? So it is not, there's a real double standard here, and it's not skewed well toward the women. So if you're a female in this situation and you are, like myself, encountering the daily barrage of negative gossip, horrific behavior, horrible things from somebody that just doesn't want you in their son or daughter's life, this is how it's going to go. Okay. I have to know, number two, well, one, you have to make sure that your partner's with you. You cannot be set out to fight on your own. So two, the question is, how much sway do they have over your partner? Like, how much does it upset your partner? My partner was very young at the time, and his family basically said it's her or us, and he really suffered. And that was part of the difficulty for me. Do I stay with the love I know is true and right for both of us, or do I evacuate so he can just have peace of mind, because it was tearing him up. He had, I mean, but who would do that to their son when they see him so happy? So at any rate, it isn't logical. It might not make sense to you, but you need to ask yourself, part of the thing that makes this difficult with an age difference or with any difference is, how much effect does this have upon your partner and their well-being? Because if they are like, well, whatever, listen, I don't care what they think, I love you, you're going to be fine. But if they are battling, going back and forth, you are in the midst of something that is a roller coaster. And I will get to that later. That's one of my last points. Okay, number 3. Well, this is actually part of it. Is this relationship worth the battle? Is it worth the anxiety, the chaos, and the drama? Because you're in the midst of something, somebody you love, but that family just isn't having it. So is this a battle you want to take on? Because number 1, are they really with you? 2, can they stand up for you, and can they fight their family, or at least defend the relationship adequately so that you're not the one going through trauma all on your own? These are the questions you ask yourself in how to handle this. 4, and for Annie and for everybody else, time. Here's the thing. Time is, this is my observation. In the first 6 months of you being together, meeting the family, interacting with them, this means you have to, know them, see them, spend time with them. If in the first 6 months, they don't start to lighten up a bit because you are an established, monogamous, together couple, they see you happy together, they've interacted with you. If they don't give up that attitude at that point, you have to accept that they may never accept it. I understand that some people, some family members can be very protective and worry in the beginning, what are your intentions? Are you here to hurt my son, my daughter, my brother, whatever, my sister? But within 6 months, 9 months maximum, and this means you have to interact with them. They have to see the two of you function as a couple. You can't just have 1 or 2 dinners with them. They can't see how you work together. One of the brilliant things that my partner and I did, we tried to cook a Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, now I didn't even begin to do turkey. Forget, I'm not that. This is like the oven. What goes into the oven is way beyond me. I do stovetop only, and if it's more than 5 minutes, I don't have time for it. So we were both fumbling together. We were doing turkey burgers and salad and things like that. And the parents were sitting in the living room, and we were living together, and we were preparing the food and stuff. We were laughing and giggling, and sometimes we were getting nervous. But they saw us. It gave them the opportunity to see how we interact, and to see how we banter, and to see how we worked as a couple. And I think that was really the factor that kind of cinched it. That was in one relationship. I actually had a partner that had reasonable, rational parents that were educated. My other partner, unfortunately, that I had so many problems with his family, the family was not educated, and they were just basically hateful of almost anybody that was something different. That was it. So let them see you interact. And if that time frame passes and it's longer than 6 or 9 months and they're still harassing you guys, they might never let go. So go back to number 1 and 2 that I stated. Got to make sure your partner's with you, got to make sure they defend the relationship, and got to make sure that that family doesn't get into their head. Okay. The next one. Here's a question like, why? What is the complaint exactly? What's the reason behind the reason? That's a Susan thing. Like, I want to know why. They don't like it. They don't like you. That you really need to, if they're going to be that difficult, somebody has to have an adult conversation with them. Preferably your partner should come forward. But if it has to be you, you need to say, what exactly is this? What is the root cause of this concern? Help me to understand. because it's really getting in the way for all of us. And I think we could do a lot better as a family unit, right? So what is it? And they've got to be able to defend it, not just, I don't like this, or this isn't what I wanted for my son or daughter. And the last thing is, hey, number 6, it may not happen at all. That goes back to the fact of time. They may never accept it. So then the question you ask yourself is this okay with me? What price do I pay for being in this relationship that is deemed difficult? Is my partner worth it? And how much does this affect our day-to-day life? Do we need to move? Do we need to cease contact? What steps do we need to take to protect this beautiful relationship that we have? And what speaking points have we really brought up that are clear, concise, and defined to explain our position? I hate to have to defend love because it shouldn't need to be defended. Love should be evident and respected, but you may have to explain the basic facts that when there are differences on the outside, there are so much more things that are unified on the inside. Nobody starts out with an uphill battle to struggle unless they really value the gift that they have in this union. And that is the point that you want to try to get across. You don't always find love coming in the package you expected. It might have fooled you as much as it fooled your mate. And the age happens to be different. I'm sorry, it doesn't look traditional or typical to you, but it is right and true and honest and authentic for us. If you need help getting through this, please don't suffer in silence. Don't agonize. Go to susanwinter.net and book a session with me. The consultation page is there. I am doing more traveling and less consulting. So if you see a time, take it right away. Let's knock this out. We can do it in one session. Let's get you a game plan so that you can move through this effortlessly and be the best prepared for these conversations and mentally to figure out what is the optimal move for both you and your partner. I hope this has helped you. And if you have a question in a video request that you would like me to answer, please go to susanwinter.net. Under the contact bar, you will find at the very bottom, there's a little box that says video requests, and I may indeed read yours on camera as well. And if you're listening to this in a podcast, thank you so much for your support. You can also check out my social media sites, and you can, forgot to tell you this. I have a wonderful, fabulous, it's an app that's a free app, and what you're going to do, it's made by Retrieve, and what you do, it's called Older Women, Younger Men Dating Guide. Go to the shop page and you'll see it there. It is all of my material for the age gap relationships, all of it, from the written to the audio to the video. It's your one-stop click. All you do is, it's AI driven, so all you do is enter the keyword or the phrase that is concerning you, or speak it, and it will go to the immediate point on every single article, every single podcast, every single interview, every single video, and answer that for you. So it's phenomenal. It's a great bit of business, and it's constantly being updated. So it's not like old material. Okay, so that will help you in case you get in a jam. Thanks a lot.